There's an evil entity out there that disguises itself as good, and it roams the planet, getting other people to utilize its resources. It then stops working, and then makes you restart your computer and resume what it wanted you to do to begin with, but it makes you lose all your information. People like myself have fell victim to this evil. We've trusted the evil. We thought it was good and found out that it would get you very far, and then it would shut down, and then you couldn't start where you began. Many of us wanted to leave this evil entity, but the evil entity said, no, you can't, because you started all these many quests over the years, and these quests, they don't transfer to other entities. And so for years we believed we were stuck with this evil entity that we thought at first was good, until one day we left and found out there's hope beyond these walls. There is this one that operates, and you can start a quest and finish that quest. And if that quest stops, all of a sudden, the quest is still saved and you don't have to start over that quest. So today, Mr. McKinnon finally got out of the grasps of the evil one, and he came over to the good side, and he saw the light. DaVinci Resolve has better quests. They care about you, and if your quest gets interrupted, well, it saved it automatically, and you can go in. Unlike the Evil Premiere. Evil Premiere just got you excited about everything, and then it just stopped working. And then you realize nothing got saved, and you had to start that quest all over again. Codependency on Premiere is real, and we have to watch out. So when you see somebody who's codependent on Premiere and not codependent on Resolve, then you need to smack them over the head and bring them over to this side, because they're just brainwashed. Premiere Pro is evil. DaVinci Resolve is good, and if you think differently than me, then you're evil. So if you have spent any amount of time on my channel, you would have known that, well, 4 or 5 months ago, I left Premiere Pro and came on to DaVinci Resolve. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was going to stay with DaVinci Resolve. It was kind of an experiment. But within a week, I already knew that I was going to dump Premiere Pro, and I let my license lapse for the year. I didn't subscribe again, and I am now homeless from Premiere, but DaVinci Resolve welcomed me in, and it's pretty exciting. And if you want to see my breakup video on that, well, you can check it out in the link below. That was a fun video. I cheated on Premiere Pro with a new lover, which was DaVinci Resolve, and that new lover, she put out a lot more. What else can I say about it? So I follow people like Potato Jet Gene over on that channel, and it was pretty cool to see him switch over to DaVinci Resolve. I don't know if he did it full time. There's many others out there as well, but to see Peter McKinnon come over, I'm thinking, I bet Peter watched my video from a few months ago and thought, hey, that guy with not quite 5,000 subscribers, he knows what he's talking about. I'm going to follow him. He's my influencer. Because you know who influences the big guys with millions of subscribers? Us, the little guys. You know they're watching us. So I'm pretty sure he was like, man, that Jared Hoyman from Wisconsin has a similar accent to my Canadian accent. He probably knows what he's talking about. I'm going to go over to DaVinci Resolve. So I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. So the exciting thing about seeing Peter McKinnon and all these other influencers come over is, well, they're kind of on a same playing field as all of us, just learning DaVinci Resolve. Plus there's those guys that have been doing DaVinci Resolve for many years that we follow, and we appreciate them. And you know what? I'm going to give them some kudos and some love. So the link below is going to show some of those tutorial guys on DaVinci Resolve. I watch them. I learn a lot from them. It will be interesting to see what Peter McKinnon and all these other influencers do with DaVinci Resolve, and if they turn it into a 2-Minute Tuesday on DaVinci Resolve instead of Premiere Pro. How cool would that be if he brings that back? Blackmagic, which is the creator company of DaVinci Resolve, creates also hardware that works alongside Resolve, like the speed editors and all these other pieces of, well, equipment that help make your job easier when it comes to editing. Adobe doesn't do that for Premiere Pro, at least of my understanding. So it's nice that now we have the hardware support. We also have the software support. Not to mention, which I'm going to mention, I don't know why people say not to mention and then they mention it, but not to mention, but mention that Mac M1, Mac M2 are amazing when it comes to DaVinci Resolve, and you can have a really low-grade system and still edit 4K footage pretty easy on the timeline. And the iPad does the same thing. You can have a low-grade iPad and still utilize the mobile version of DaVinci Resolve and editing on the go. Premiere Pro does not have that kind of power. Are you using DaVinci Resolve yet? Are you still in Premiere Pro? And what is holding you back? Leave a comment below and like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this video because, hey, I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers and I would love you to join the cult, the Jared Hoyman cult, where we talk about video, cameras, you know, all the good stuff. It's fun. So DaVinci Resolve, good. Premiere Pro, bad. That was the sum of this video. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.